Legion of Superheroes number 5, written by Paul Levitz, art by Walt Simonson. We left off last issue at the end of an arc, I guess, and this issue is I don't know. I don't know. Oh my god, this issue was impenetrable for me. First off, the art changed, and it's a much scratchier style, and I was just kind of associating certain images of certain people to their actual names. So now that's just out the window, and so there's this framing device across the issue of each page is happening at the hour mark. So it picks up on the first page at 6 a.m., the next page is 7 a.m., then 8 a.m. But these things that happen on the page only take a minute or two. So it makes me think okay, so then this is happening a full hour later. But some pages are immediately following each other. So that can't be the case, and I don't understand how that's supposed to work. So whatever, I'm just going to try here. 6 a.m. A bunch of the Legion people are waking up at headquarters. Some dude with a beard is waking up next to this blonde lady who has dreams of predictions, and she didn't dream of anything, just a couple of rocks. And then they talk about having sex. 7 a.m. Someone who can shrink and grow is doing exercises on a tiny little treadmill, and her roommate is upset because she's making tiny little footstep noises. So she turns on a sound dampener. Number 3, Cosmic Lad, the only one I recognize really, is trying to basically find the Legion Lost. The book Legion Lost, we're just getting to the point where they realize that these people disappeared and they're trying to figure out where they are. 9 a.m., still trying to find Legion Lost, and another guy with a backwards L on his chest, I can't remember his name, walks in and says hey, sometimes people just die. It's not up to you to solve that. We have to move on. And Cosmic Lad's okay, yeah, I get it, but I'm going to keep looking. So he's upset that because apparently everyone thinks that they died. The dude with the weird L on his chest walks into the cafeteria, and the Sunspot and the cold guy are angry at each other. They keep bickering, and it's other people are having breakfast and they don't want to hear it. So this one girl just starts playing the marimba, I guess, and they just oh god, this music, oh, we're leaving. Okay. Then we got Glorith, I think her name is, a witch-looking lady. And she's, I guess, writing back to her parents saying that Earth feels strange and there's some magical presence or something like that, and how she wishes she was back with them. She wants to leave the Legion. And then this dude comes in, the one who speaks in French. And again, it's a full hour as I flip the page here, but they're literally just continuing the conversation. So no. Anyway, he convinces her to come out of her room and come down and get some food. And we pass through the Hall of Fallen Legionnaires, and we see the Legion Lost is there. And then we go down into the mess hall, and we see a bunch of people just chilling out eating. And he's oh, you should go hang out with some of these people. They want to be your friends, and blah, blah, blah. And this one dude named Hadru, I think, is dragging Glorith by the hand. And I don't know. It's fine, whatever. We cut back to the Sorcerer's World, who I guess Glorith was writing to, her parents, and her parents are yeah, okay, she has some issues, but she needs to stay with the Legionnaires. Her fears are what the Legion can manage. Fine. We cut to the next hour. It's the Science Police headquarters where Chameleon lad, kid, boy, whatever, is. He flew in and he's hey, I'm here to talk to you about the Panoptes mission, which I think is the one that just happened. And they're oh, well, we have some grave concerns about the Dominator incursion, but training the new Legionnaires is the real issue. And then we see them training the new Legionnaires, aka that one lady from page 1 of first issue. I don't care enough to find out the redheaded one. And she's dodging around some laser blasts and from Shadow Lass, I guess. I'm going to guess these names mostly. And then Ultra Boy is practicing in the other room, and then a whole hour passes. He's still practicing, and Phantom Girl shows up and was hey, what are you doing? And he's like, you're messing up my aim. And she's like, oh, is that how you treat the girl of your dreams? And then a whole hour passes, and then they're still just throwing and tossing. And he's like, oh, well, I guess I could skip practice and get physical exercise in a different way. And she's like, not until you take a shower. You stink. And then we're just done with that scene. And then we have the girl with the predictions looking at a bunch of pictures of stones at Mon-El's request, because they could always be some dangerous prophecy dream. So they're just looking through that. We see, I don't even know who, just having a video call with Saturn Girl and some kids that she's taking care of while she's off duty. Bouncing Boy comes in after some exercise and talks to Duplicate Damsel, who's doing like nothing, like he's just trying to hit on her. We see the cold dude from the beginning of the issue getting back from a party drunk and like having some kiss marks all over his face. He's tackled by this golden looking woman who wants to know where the party was. He directs her that way, and then he falls asleep. We see Vril Doc's Brainiac 5 trying to fix a spaceship time bubble thing in order to travel through time and avoid the flashpoint barrier. So I guess maybe search out if something happened to the Legion Lost. And then the end of the issue is the winter solstice, and they are all gathered at Stonehenge, and they see the sunrise. Maybe that's the stone thing that she saw from before, but we don't get any follow-up on that, because that's literally the end of the issue. What the hell was this? I don't know. I don't know what any of this was, and I'm so angry at this book. Because every time they introduce a new character, they give the little box and the little thing that says, hey, here's who this character is. This issue, it was Saturn Girl and Block and some other stupid people I don't care about. But they don't do that with any of the characters that have been established in any previous issue, which means that if you don't know somebody based off their one appearance in one panel 3 issues ago, you have to go back and find that. And I'm not willing to do that. That's just poor writing. Straight up and out. If you've got a cast of 30 plus characters, you need to be reminding us of their names constantly. Oh, God. And art-wise, like I said, it's not as good as the other issues. And the other issues were shaky at best. Like, this is a step down. I give this a... Honestly, I give this like a 2.5. It's so bad. I hate this. I hate this book so much. And it sucks that on these weeks it's the last one. Because I want to leave on a better note, but I don't. It's just... I wish I could say I hope it gets better, but genuinely I don't think it will.